Hello and welcome! Gundam Breaker 4 is right around the corner, and so I've compiled a list of all of the mobile suits that are confirmed to be in the game. Some of them I'm pretty sure are new. I went back through and did a check of the other rosters, and I'm going to show a couple of my resources that I used here real quick before we get into it. First off, I used their official website, but as you can see, the translation that Google Translate gave me is not great, but I found... We'll get this to reload here. I found a wonderful listing from Circlon TA6A that I cross-referenced with the list and was able to get a pretty good idea there. Again, I will link this thread with their comment in there on Reddit so that you can go and upvote them as well, because they did most of the work here. I just copied it all over, made sure it was all right, and cross-referenced it with some roster lists from the previous game. And so that leads to our second thing that I need to share here, which is this wonderful list that I found from RPGsite by Kite Stenbuck that allowed me to cross-reference everything. I did have to check a couple other lists just to make sure this list was right first. And also, this site is full of ads, but I'm pretty sure I've got a pretty reasonable list here of what the official site says is in the game and what is new and what's not in there at launch. Now, there could be some other suits that are hiding from us that are going to be in launch as well, but this is what's been confirmed. So let's get started with Gundam The Origin, and our only mobile suit here is the mobile worker. Doesn't really surprise me. I didn't expect a lot more from Origin to get added, and we'll see there are some new additions later on that are kind of cool, but just the mobile worker for Gundam Origin. Gundam Thunderbolt, we have the full armor Gundam, and the Zaku and the Atlas Gundam. Nothing new there, but again, I don't really know what else they would add. A GM Thunderbolt version, maybe, or a different version of a Zaku Sniper. Not really needed, you know. I think that makes sense. For First Gundam, we have the same roster that we have had. The First Gundam, RX-78-2, the Gun Tank, the Gun Cannon, the Ball, the GM, the Zaku 2, the Zaku 2 Ground Type, that's the one with the missile pods, the Zaku 2 Char Custom, the Dom, the Goof, the Gelgoog Char Custom, the mass-produced Gelgoog, the Kian, the Yak Guy, the Zagak, and the Zeong. Again, nothing new there, but all good additions. Glad to have them there. If I was to add anything from First Gundam that's not currently there, I guess it would have to be... I really don't want to say the Zaccarello. We're just going to move on. From MSV, we have the G3, the Zaku Mine Layer, the Zaku 2 FS type, the Garmazabi custom. We have the High Mobility type, the Shin Matsunaga and Johnny Ridden customs. We have the Gelgoog High Mobility type, the Johnny Ridden custom, and the Gelgoog Cannon High Mobility type, Johnny Ridden custom, and the Perfect Zeong. But then we also have added to this game, new to the series, the High Mobility Saikamu system Zaku and the Zaku Tank. So excited to have those added in. Those will be fun, I think, to play around with for sure. From MS Igloo, we still just have the Zuda and the Zuda Commander. It would have been great to have the Hit-Off-Near, but also I don't know how they would add the Hit-Offer. So, you know, the Hit-Offer's cool. I love it. But what else would you do there, you know? And there's no reason to add the Marine Zaku, right? Just, no. It's okay. For our 8th MS team, we have the Ground Type, the Easy 8, and the Goof Custom. Again, not really much more to add there. You have all the important things. For War in the Pocket, we have the Alex, the GM Command Space Type, the Zaku 2 Kai, which is Bernie's machine. We have the Gelgoog Jaeger, we have the Hygog, we have the Camphor, and new, we have the Alex with the Chabum armor still on. So that'll be cool. Excited for that. Again, if I'm wrong about any of these new ones, I'm really sorry. I've spent the last 2 hours cross-referencing lists. I'm positive I have not seen the Chabum armor Alex on any of the previous games lists. I could have missed some stuff with the mobile games, but even then, I'm not really sure I want to count the mobile games. I still think they might be new, even if it was in the mobile game, because this is a different engine. The mobile game wasn't quite the same as the console games. For Stardust Memory, we have the GPO-1, the Full Bernern, the GPO-2, the GPO-3, the GM Custom, the Dom Tropin Desert, and the Gerber Tetra. I would have liked to see the the Gun Cannon 2. I think that would have been fun, but realistically, there's not really much else to add from Stardust Memory. but it's cool. I like it. Good suits there. For Zeta Gundam, we have the Mark II AUG-Ver, the Mark II AUG version with Vulcan Pod, the Mark II Titans version, and the Titans version with Vulcan Pod, the Hyakushiki, the Zeta Gundam, the GM2, the Rictius, the O, the Cubile, Pallas Athene, the Barzam, and the Barzam with the Vulcan Pod. And there's quite a few suits we're missing from here. The Ashimar could have been added. The regular Gaplant could have been added. There's a lot of stuff, right? There's no Nemo, but do we necessarily need any of that stuff? I think the Ashimar is the only one that I'm like sad isn't here, you know? Maybe the Balinok Samoan is not there. That could be fun to have access to. And I guess at the end of the day, do I care that much about the Methus? Some people love the Methus. It might have been fun to have the Methus in here too. It just feels like at this point you might as well. They're in some of the other games. They were in Versus. They were in Evolution. You know, might as well put them in here. But Advanced Zeta, we have the Hazel with booster pods, the Gaplant Frariro. Never know how to pronounce that one. The Woundwort and the Woundwort Composite Shield Booster. Again, not too much I'd add from Advanced Zeta. From Double Zeta, we have the Double Zeta. We have the GM3. We have the Cubile Mark II, and we have the Dovenwolf. Why do we still not have the regular Bawoo? Why do we still not have the regular Bawoo? I know we're going to get the Rebawoo later. Why do we still not have the regular Bawoo? Bandai! Come on! From Sentinel, we have the Superior Gundam. We have the Superior Gundam Booster Unit Type. We have the EXS. We have the Zeta Plus C1, Zeta Plus A1 Test Unit Color Type, and the FAZ, the Full Armor Double Zeta. Yeah, there's not really anything particular that I would say needed to be added there. I think they did a good job just bringing those back. From Shark's Counterattack, we have the new Gundam, the Jagan, the Gyaradoga Resin Schneider Custom, the Yokdoga Gyune Goss Custom, the Yokdoga Quest Pariah Custom, the Sazabi, and the new Gundam Lalaport version. This is the one based on the live-action Gundam that was in Lalaport, which is really cool. That's new. Glad to have it in there. Excited to get to play around with that. And then, of course, from MSV and both Torchica's Children, we have the Hainu and the Nightingale. Again, nothing really that I would add here. I think they did a pretty good job. Maybe, I guess, the Rega-Z. But do we really need Rega-Z parts? At the end of the day, I'd rather have more than less, right? But maybe the Rega-Z, I would say. Go ahead and add that in. I'm happy just to have the Yogdogas. For Gundam Unicorn, we have the Unicorn Gundam, the Full Armor Unicorn, the Banshee Armed Armor, and the Banshee Norn, the Sinanju, the Kshatriya, the Jesta Cannon, the Stark Jagan, the Dryson, the Rosen Zulu, the Bjarlet, and the Juagu. The Bjarlet probably should have been in Zeta as well, actually, now that I think about it. Also, the Marasai. There's a lot of suits that I think should have been added back in Zeta. There's not really anything from Unicorn that I would say add in here. The Stark Jagan's already here, and that's my baby. So, from the MSV, we have the Phoenix and the Rebawoo. Glad it's here. Still should have been the Bawoo in Double Zeta, but not really anything I would add from Unicorn. From Hathaway's Flash, we have the She Gundam, which is new. This was in the mobile game, but like I said earlier, I'm really torn on whether or not I should count the ones that are in the mobile games. Glad it's going to be here. Should we add anything else? Well, maybe its counterpart, but otherwise, I think we're kind of good. For the F91, for Gundam F91, we have the F91 and the Dinan Zon. That's great. I would have liked to have the grunt suit. Maybe. Not the Dinan Zon is the grunt suit. I would have liked to have the Vignagina, maybe. I always trip over that name. That's a fun suit. I really liked playing it in Versus and Extreme Versus. So, you know, might have been cool to have here, but I understand F91's not very popular. I'm one of the few F91 fans that I know anyway. So, would have been cool to have the Vignagina here, for sure. For Crossbone Gundam, okay, look. Bandai. I love the X1, and I love the X1 Kai. Where's the X2? Where's the X2? The X2 is different. It's cool. I love it. Add the X2, please. I'll buy it. I'll buy it. Victory Gundam. We have the Victory, the Hexa, the V-Dash, the V2, V2 Assault, V2 Buster, V2 Assault Buster, All that's fine. All that's great. There's not really anything else I would add from Victory Gundam, but I do think it would be cool if we could use the wheel. Give me the wheel. That would be fun to play around with. But I don't mean like in GB3 where you can climb in on the wheel. I want to launch with the wheel. So, you know, I don't really love Chronicle Asher's mobile suit. It's fine. The bug eyes are cool. I would like to have those parts, but I don't really love the mobile suit. So, you know, Victory Gundam. G Gundam. The fact that there's nothing new for G or for Wing, spoilers, is really unfortunate to me. G Gundam just had its anniversary, right? Wing had like a resurgence again in the West. So from G Gundam, we have the Shining, the God or Burning Gundam, the Rising, the Master Gundam, Fun Psyche, the Dragon Gundam, the Rose Gundam, and the Nobel Gundam. Where's the Maxter? Where's the Bolt? At least fill out the main cast. Give me Bursting Machine Gun Punch. Give me Argo Golski. Where's my boy Schwartz Bruder? I want it. Give it to me, please. They're not gonna, but I want it. It makes me sad. I love G Gundam, and it's got good representation compared to some of them coming up, but it's just not as many. It doesn't just add in some more parts, man. It's okay. Dude, you don't have to give Argo special moves. Just add in Argo Golski's parts for the Bolt Gundam, please. Give me Schwarzbruder. I want it. For Wing, we have the Wing, the Shenlong, the Toggies 2, the Wing Endless Waltz Ver, the Wing Zero Endless Waltz Ver, the Proto Zero Endless Waltz Ver, the Death Scythe Hell, Heavy Arms, Sandrock Kai, Shenlong, Epion, Ultron, Toggies 3, Endless Waltz Vers, and Endless Waltz Vers, and then we have the Serpent Custom M with the Gatling. That's great. Really cool. Would have loved to see more of the Frozen Teardrop guys here, or maybe the G units here. A Leo would be really cool, and they could still be adding in stuff. I like Leos a lot. I think they're really nice. The Mercurius and the V8 would have been really cool. Would have been fun. That's okay. On to Gundam X, where we have the X Divider, the Double X, the Versago, and the Versago Chest Break. No Leopard, no Airmaster. Just same ones we had before. I get it. X is not that popular. Would have been great to have the Leopard and the Airmaster. For Turn A, we have the Turn A Gundam. We have the Turn X. We have the Sumo Gold type. We have the Kapool. It might have been fun to just have a Borjan in here because it's just a Zaku. And it would have been really cool, I think, to have like a flat, but I guess the size difference would have been a problem. I know there's not that many mobile suits in Turn A, but it still is kind of a shame that we didn't get any of the ancillary suits, especially since we have like the SDs. I'm tripping over my words. It would have been really fun, I think, to have the little guys. I can't remember the name of them right now. It's almost like I've been working on this list for the last 3.5 hours. The little guys that they look like little lizards. That would have been fun to have as an SD. From Gundam Seed, we have the Ale Strike, the Sword Strike, the Launcher Strike, the Perfect Strike. We have the Strike Rouge IWSP pack. We have all the strikes. We have the Aegis, the Buster, the Blitz, the Duel Assault Shroud, the Freedom, the Justice, the Providence. And we added in this game the Gin, and the Gin with Missile Launcher, or the Jin, depending on your version, which is cool. I'm glad to have those. Where is the Forbidden? Where's the Calamity? Where's the Raider? I don't even like the Raider. Where are they at? They're Gundams from that season. Why are they not here? But I'm glad to have the Gin. I like the Jins a lot. There's definitely some other versions of suits that I'm excited for that are coming up here that are Seed units, and I wish we got more of those. Like, I want the regular M1 Astray, and I want the Strike Daggers, and I just want every suit that's ever been made in all of Gundam to be in these games. That's not too much to ask, right, Bandai? From Stargazer, we have the Strike Noir and the Stargazer, which makes sense. Not really anything more I would ask for there. From Seed Destiny, we have the Rouge Otori, we have the Freedom, the Strike Freedom, the Infinite Justice, the Legend, the Force Impulse, the Sword Impulse, the Blast Impulse, the Owashi Akatsuki, and the Shiranui Akatsuki. We have the Destiny. Then new added, we have the Zaku Warrior and the Gunner Zaku Warrior, which is super cool. I really like those. Hopefully we get like the Phantom versions. Ugh, I love those. But where's the Savior? Why do we still not have the Savior in these games? I know how important and popular Destiny is in other parts of the world. Where's it at? Where's the Savior? Also, the new Seed Freedom movie is not included in this list at all, which makes me think it'll either be day one launch, hopefully not DLC, but like an update, or it's yet to be revealed, or it's DLC coming. We'll see, but I would be very surprised if it wasn't shown here. We have Astray, and from Seed Astray, we have the red frame, the blue frame, the red frame Kai, the blue frame second revise, the flight unit red frame, the dragon, red frame dragon, the green frame, the gold frame Amatsu, and the gold frame Amatsumina. Nothing new added here. Would have been cool to see the out frame. I really like the out frame. I know it doesn't have a lot of combat options, but I really like the out frame. I really like that manga. Would have been fun to have it here. For Gundam 00, we have the Exia, the Dynamis, the Cherubim GNHW-R, the Kyrios, the Virtue, the 00, the 00 Riser, the GNX, the GNX3, the GN Archer, the Susanoo, the Arch, and the Nodlay. Sure. Absolutely. I get it. It feels really weird to me that the Arios is not here when the Kyrios is. The Dynamis and the Cherubim are here, and I get they're more different than the Kyrios and the Arios. Still feels really weird to me. Also, the Virtue is here. Why don't we have its upgrade? You know? I don't know. It's just a weird feeling. We have the Arch, but we don't have any of the thrones. I would like to... Where's the regular flag? I love the flag. The flag is such a cool design. Where's the flag? I don't know. Maybe the tier and Tautsi. There's a lot of 00 units that I think would be really cool to have build parts of. Then we have Awakening of the Trailblazer, from which we have the Quant, the Zabanya, the Harut, 7 Swords, the 007 Swords, and the Avalanche Exia from 00V. That's cool. Sure. Yeah. I like those. Where's the Brave? Again, I like the flag a lot. Where's the Brave? Either way, it's a good list. I wish we'd gotten some new ones, but 00 is not the most popular season anymore, so I understand why we're not getting a bunch of new additions for 00. From Gundam Age, we have the Age 1 Normal Titus, the Age 2 Normal, the Double Bullet, we have the Age 3 Normal and the Fortress, and we have the Age FX. Little sad to see that we didn't get the Spallow added in here. I really like the Age 1 Spallow. I actually really like the Age 1 Flat, too, but what can you do? Then we have the Gaffran and the Legulus, which is cool. I like the Gaffran a lot. It's cool to have the tail cannon option parts from GB3. From Build Fighters, we have the Build Strike and the Bear Guy 3. Look, I get it. Build Fighters is not the most popular series anymore. It came out a while ago. Why don't we have the rest? Why do we not have the Fenice? Why do we not have the Renashta? Why do we not have the Sengoku Astray? It's literally the Build series. Why are the rest of them not here? I'll get off my horse now. I love Build Fighters. I love those suits. Build Fighters GM Counterattack. We get the Star Burning, which is cool. I like the Star Burning. It's not new, but it's cool. The Super Fumina is new in that it's not in any of the lists, but I remember fighting it often and getting parts for it in New Gundam Breaker, but it wasn't in the list of mobile suits for New Gundam Breaker. So I'm listing it here as new, but it's probably not new. I couldn't find it in the list, so I put it in here. I'm very concerned about the fact that it's in here. Then we have the Lightning. We have the Powered GN Cardigan, my baby, that I keep so close to my chest over here. Always near me, always ready for make me feel better by looking over and seeing how beautiful it is. I love it so. Put it in front of me so the green screen doesn't mess with it. I love it so. My GM Cardigan. and the Power GM cardigan with the Gatling version, the Build Burning, and the Try-On 3, which is great. Again, still suits I would have put in there, for sure, but I'm not going to complain too much. I get it. I'm going to complain in a minute when we get to Build Divers, but we're not there yet. Build Fighters Try Island Wars. We get the Scramble again. Makes sense. So in Build Divers and Re-Rise, we have the 00 Diver and the Age 2 Magnum. And then we have Mobile Doll May and May L Diver form for the new ones. Where is my Scope Dog Grimoire? Why is that not here as an option? Bandai, I need you to understand. If you add the Scope Dog Grimoire, especially the Red Shoulder custom version, I'll just give you my wallet. Where is my Grimoire? Where is my Space Ferret Weasel? Where is he? I love him. Anyway, Reconquista NG, I could just go down the list of things they could have added from Build Divers and Re-Rise. That's a relatively new series still. I'm actually really upset they didn't add more. It's okay, we're not done with the list yet. There could still be more things added in DLC, just like in GB3. I'm sure there will be. Reconquista NG, we have the G-Self Atmosphere and G-Self Perfect. Very cool. G-Self Normal, G-Self Perfect. The Kabakali Leg Armor and Kabakali and the Mac Knife Mask Custom. Sure. Is there more stuff I would have added from there? Yeah, I probably would have added the G Arcane. I probably would have added the G Arcane. You know, that... I probably would have added Clem Nick's mobile suits. They're pretty great. They're pretty wonderful. Maybe the later groups, mobile suits, I'm trying not to spoil Reconquista and G too much, but there's a lot of cool looking suits in that series that would have been nice to have here. Anyway, IBO and Gecko. So we have the Barbados 4th and 6th forms, the Lupus and the Lupus with a 200mm arm cannon. We have the Gusian, we have the Kamaris, we have the Kamaris with booster, we have the Gusian Rebake Sniper mode and the Gusian Rebake regular mode. We have the Bile, we have Barbados Lupus Rex, we have the Kamaris Vidar, but not the regular Vidar, which I'm sad about, because I like the Kamaris Vidar. I like the regular Vidar more. Then we have the Astaroth from Gecko. And then new, we have the Greys and the Greys Commander type. And that's cool. I like the Greys. Greys a cool mobile suit. I really like the Greys Commander type. That's cool, especially if we get like the difference between like the Crank version and the Carta Issue version. That could be really cool. Then, of course, going to be new from Witch from Mercury, we have the Ariel, of course, and the Daryl Balday. Very nice. Where's the Ferract? Where's the Season 2 suits? Huh? They're all very cool. Where's the Lafrith? There'll be DLC. I know there'll be DLC. Just don't give me just 2 mobile suits from the new series. On launch, give me more, man. Come on. And there could still be more coming. I'm just upset the Ferract isn't here, if I'm going to be honest. I'm sure other people would love to have the Demi Trainer, right? I can't blame them there. I'm glad the Daryl Balday's here, but like the Ferract, the Frith, there's a specific late Season 2 mobile suit that only gets one good fight that is absolutely gorgeous, and I would love to be able to use its parts. Anyway, then from Missing Link and Blue Destiny, we have Pale Rider, Blue Destiny Unit 1, 2, and 3, and the Ifrit Custom. Perfect. Not really anything necessarily I would add in. There's some stuff I could, but nothing that I would say jump on. The Dynasty Wars Gundam series, we have Shin Musha and the Musha Mark II. Yeah, okay. From Battlelog, we have new, the Helios, the Live Lance Heaven, the Perfect Strike Freedom, and then we still have, of course, the Break DS and the Hyakushiki Jaeger or the Hyakushiki J. Good additions, I think. The Helios is a really cool looking suit, so I like that these are in here. I hope they add more from Battlelog. There's some really cool Battlelog suits. Perfect Gundam from Plamo. Then we have the Beginning 30 and the Bear Guy from Gunpla Builders Beginning G. And then finally we have all of these. I didn't put new on these because they're all new. I could just do this. Because we didn't have the SDs playable before. So we have the Knight Gundam, the full armor Knight Gundam. Let me clarify. When I say playable, I mean customizable. Let me just make that very clear before somebody's like, well, technically in GB3 you could play as Robota. Yes, yeah, sure. Customizable. Knight Gundam, full armor Knight Gundam, Vassal Knight Gundam, Knight Superior Gundam, Knight Unicorn Gundam Beast Mode, Demon Dragon Swordsman Zero Gundam version 2, Musha Gundam Super Steel version, the Zakuto, which is the Dark General, the second generation Dai Shogun, the Musha Godmaru, Musha Victory, Strike Liu Bei, and Command Gundam. This is a pretty good list. If I was given free reign to add whatever SDs I want, I'm adding a lot more from Sangokuden. The fact that we only have Liu Bei here, and we don't have Lu Bu, we don't have Cao Cao, we don't have who do I want from Wu? Oh, that's a tough call, actually. Because Sun Xuan, Sun Jian would be like the obvious first pick, but I don't know. It's a tough call. I would definitely add the Tall Geese version of Xiao Dun. That's not even a question. There's some really cool looking Sangokuden SDs, and I'm kind of sad that we just got Strike Liu Bei. But either way, DLC will come, and there will probably be more SDs in DLC. Let me know your thoughts on this list. What would you add, and what would you take away? What series would you say, hey, this needs a lot more representation? Are you going to be with me on the Build Fighters train of like, hey, what are we doing here, man? Build Fighters was... Where's the Denial Gundam? We could just go down the list. Where's the Zaku Amazing? Where's the Amazing Red Warrior? Anyway, are you going to be with me on that, or is there a different series that you think is more important? And again, I want to give... Let me get the links up here. I want to give a big thank you to both Kite Stenbuck on RPGsite, which will be linked in the description, and to Circlon TA64, which will also be linked in the description for this post. This would have taken me much longer time without you. It still took me like 3.5 hours because I double checked everything. Because again, no offense, I'm not just going to copy something over from Reddit or from a website. I'm going to do my own research as well. But you made it a lot easier once I had double checked that your information was correct to be able to put it all in one spot. So I really do appreciate it. Until next time, I've been Trey. This has been The Full Spectrum. And remember to always enjoy the full spectrum. The Gundam Breaker 4 has to offer.